You were born with purpose, not by accident. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, the blueprint of your life was already designed. You were crafted with intention, not assembled by coincidence. Your very existence is evidence that something needed to be done on earth that required your presence, your voice, your touch, your mind, everything about you, your personality, your talents, your passions, even your struggles, was carefully woven together to equip you for a purpose that is uniquely yours. There is a problem in the world that your life is meant to solve. Purpose is not a luxury reserved for the famous or the fortunate. It is the birthright of every human being. The fact that you are breathing is proof that your purpose is not finished. And yet, many live as if they were simply born to survive, work, pay bills, and eventually fade away. That is not living with purpose. That is existing without direction. When you live without purpose, time becomes a burden, and life becomes a cycle of repetition. But when you discover why you were born, every day gains significance. You don't just wake up. You rise with intention. You don't just work. You contribute. You don't just live. You impact. The richest place on earth is not where we think it is. It's not the oil fields of Saudi Arabia, the gold mines of South Africa, or the tech hubs of Silicon Valley. The wealthiest ground on the planet is the cemetery, because buried beneath those headstones are dreams that were never realized, books that were never written, inventions that were never built, and songs that were never sung. They're live visions people carried all their lives, but never had the courage, clarity, or conviction to bring to life. The graveyard is full of silent potential. Businesses that could have changed economies, ideas that could have solved global problems, talents that could have inspired generations. Many people died not because their time was truly up, but because their potential was never activated. They were full of possibilities, but they allowed fear, doubt, laziness, or the expectations of others to silence their inner calling. They went to the grave carrying everything they were meant to give to the world. And this is the sobering truth. We are surrounded by people who are alive physically, but dead in their dreams. They wake up, go through the motions, and bury their potential a little deeper each day. Purpose is not something you create. It is something you discover. You were born with it already inside you, encoded into your spirit like a seed waiting to be uncovered. The reason so many people feel lost is because they're searching for purpose in external things, titles, money, applause, approval. But purpose isn't found outside of you. It is found through introspection, reflection, and connection with the original intent behind your existence. Purpose is not ambition. It's not about what you want to achieve for yourself. It's about what you were assigned to fulfill for others. Every gift you have is a clue. Every passion you feel is a signal. Every problem you are drawn to solve is a pointer. Purpose doesn't always come in flashes of lightning or dramatic moments. Sometimes it reveals itself in silence, in stillness, in frustration, or in the consistent pull toward something greater than yourself. People spend years chasing careers, relationships, and opportunities that leave them empty because they never paused to ask, why am I here? Discovering purpose is not just about doing, it's about becoming. It's about aligning who you are with what you were made to do. Purpose gives life context, gives pain meaning, and gives effort direction. You don't need permission to begin. Too many people are waiting for someone else to validate their vision, to approve their ideas, or to tell them they are qualified to move forward. They delay their destiny, waiting for a mentor to notice them, a platform to open, or circumstances to align perfectly. But purpose does not require applause, and destiny does not wait for convenience. The truth is, most of the greatest movements, businesses, ministries, and inventions began in silence, without a crowd, without recognition, and often without resources. If you wait for everything to be ideal before you start, you may never begin at all. Fear disguises itself as preparation. Doubt dresses up as humility, and comfort masquerades as wisdom. But deep down, you know what you carry. You know what you're called to. That tug on your heart, that recurring idea, that unshakable burden. It's not your imagination, it's your assignment. And the world will not hand you a permission slip to fulfill your calling. Sometimes you have to step out while others are still sitting, speak up while others are silent, and move forward even when no one claps. Because vision is often lonely in the beginning, but that doesn't make it wrong. Your gift is the solution to someone's problem. What you carry inside of you is not just for personal gain. It is meant to serve, uplift, heal, or inspire someone else. The talents you were born with, the passions that ignite your spirit, the unique way you think and create, none of these are accidents. They were given to you with others in mind. The world is not short on problems. It's short on people who are willing to rise and become the answer. Every great inventor, leader, artist, teacher, or builder became significant because they offered their gift to meet a need. Your gift is not about being impressive. It's about being impactful. You don't need to be the best in the world, but you do need to be the best version of yourself because someone, somewhere is waiting on the other side of your courage. When you refuse to share your gift, you deny others the breakthrough that may come through you. Too often, people bury their abilities out of fear of judgment, fear of failure, or comparison to others. But comparison is the thief of purpose. You were never meant to duplicate someone else's path. You were meant to walk in your own gifting with boldness. Die empty, live full. That is the true measure of a life well lived. You were not sent to earth to hoard your ideas, hide your dreams, or suppress your voice. You were sent here to pour out everything that was placed in you. Every thought, every song, every business, every solution, every story, every invention. None of it was meant to be buried with you. You are a vessel, not a container. You were designed to release, not just to receive. There is something deeply powerful about living in such a way that you hold nothing back, that you give your all to your assignment, your calling, your moment in time. Too many people die with their potential untouched because they waited too long, played too safe, or underestimated the weight of what they carried. They had more to say, more to build, more to give, but they ran out of time. Fulfillment doesn't come from having more. It comes from giving what you have. It is not about reaching perfection, but about reaching completion. Doing all you were meant to do with the time you were given. Time is not promised, and destiny does not wait. What remains unused in you will remain undone in the world.